see you all again. I hope that you guys are doing fine, because thank God I'm doing fine too. So yes, I'm so glad to see you all again. And then, as you guys know, in today's video, and also for your information, this is my last video where I would like to talk about issues that pops up or also appears during this pandemic situation or COVID-19 pandemic. So yes, in today's video, I have one issue or one statement that say that wearing a surgical mask in public could help to slow down the spread of COVID-19 pandemic. Well, what do I think about this statement? Do I agree with this? Of course, I personally agree with this statement that wearing surgical masks in public could help to slow down the spread of COVID-19. Why do I agree with this statement? Of course, I agree because for your information, friends, based on the new research in USA, wearing a surgical mask can help to prevent, or it is a prevention, because if the patient or the infected people using a surgical mask, it will help them to not spread any other viruses for other people. It will help to reduce the number of people who get contracted by the virus while they are interacting with the patient or the infected person. So it is important for them to use that. Moreover, a professor from Don Mills from University of Maryland, he found out that using a mask could at least help to reduce the amount of various airborne viruses that can get contracted with human. So yes, it is really important to keep wearing a mask during this pandemic, during this spread of COVID-19 virus. And also, but before I jump into the point, I want you guys to know that at first, the government in USA and also the World Health Organization or WHO and also USA CDC Center Disease and Prevention, they have both said that using a surgical mask is not like an obligation for all of us to use that. It's just for people, those who carrying the symptoms of this virus, this coronavirus, they are the one who should use surgical masks. That's what they say. But then there is a contradiction for some health authorities in Asia, because they don't agree with that statement from the World Health Organization that the surgical mask is just for people who carrying the symptoms. Why they don't agree with that? Because they think it is a big mistake. I mean, they prefer to think that we all need that mask. We all need that mask to protect our own self from contracted by this virus. So yes, I personally will go with the second opinion or second statement that we all should keep wearing a mask. Why? Because it is really important to us to keep maintaining our healthiness. We as an uninfected person, we should keep using or should keep wearing a mask to protect ourselves from getting contracted by the virus, by the COVID-19 virus. And also those who have been infected or the patient, they also have to use the surgical mask to prevent them to making other people sick or making us as an uninfected person becoming sick too, like that. But then the governments argue that there should be a limitation in wearing a surgical mask due to its limited supply, and it is just only for healthcare personnels. I mean, it is really limited in its supply. So that's why the government say that there should be a limitation. However, I'm not agree with this one. Why? Because I still think that it is important for all of us to keep protect ourselves from get contracted or contact with this virus. So that's why it's important to keep using the mask when we are working or we are doing activities outside the house or also outside. Well, I think it is important for all of us to keep wearing a mask, but it shouldn't be always a surgical one. Why? Because we as an uninfected person or uninfected people could use a homemade mask that fulfilled the standard of the prevention of this corona or COVID-19 virus. And all we have to do is just to keep the cleanliness and also the hygiene of our mask so that we can use it again when we are going to work outside or also doing activities outside the house and also interacting with other people outside. So yes, it is really important for us to keep wearing a mask, but it shouldn't be a surgical one. The surgical mask could be just limited for the healthcare personals and also the patient or the infected person, so that we can all help the government to prevent the spread of COVID-19 pandemic and the spread of this coronavirus. So yes, I think like that. So friends, I think that's all. I think my opinion about this issue, whether we should keep using or wearing a mask during this COVID-19 pandemic or not. I think like that. It is my opinion, and as well as always, I want to remind you guys that I'm not an expert and this is just my personal opinion, so you all could be agree or disagree with me. The choice is yours. Also, I would like to hear about your opinion and what do you think about this issue. Can this surgical mask help to slow down or prevent the spread of COVID-19 pandemic? What do you think? I'm really glad if I will hear from you guys about your opinion or what do you think about this topic. So that's why don't feel hesitate to write your comment down below, because I will so glad to read that. And then I would like to remind you guys again, as always, please stay at home, obey the governments, and also eat nutritious food. And don't forget, it is the important thing. If you have to going outside, then use your mask. Don't forget that, because it will help you to keep yourself at least safe from get contracted by this virus. So I think that's all for me today. Again, I'm really glad to see you all. So yes, I hope to see you guys next time. So see ya!